Hi, ST. This is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I'm getting ready to listen to your speaking practice test. This is my free TOEFL speaking practice test evaluation. And based on your response, I'm going to give you a score from 0 to 30 so you can kind of have an idea what your level is right now. And then I'll tell you some specific things that you can do to improve your speaking. Okay, so let's go to the rubrics here. Give me a quick second here. I thought I did that already. Maybe I didn't. Let me find those. I need to have these right with me as I score your response. This is important because I don't want to base my opinion based just on your academic English language proficiency, but I want to base my score on the specific rubrics that the TOEFL uses to grade your speaking, as well as SpeechRater. But don't worry about SpeechRater. Don't worry about the IBT Human Raters. Just make sure that you do well in these areas: delivery, language use, topic development. As long as you do well in these specific areas, it doesn't really matter who evaluates you. You're going to score high. Okay, so here we go. So the question here is, what do you think is better, studying alone or studying with a group? Why? Give reasons and examples to support your opinion.
I personally prefer studying alone rather than studying in a group. First thing, studying alone makes me really focused on subject and I can go through different subjects according to my convenience. Because one time I like a max subject and next time if for a relaxation I can take a 10 minutes break and after that I can go to any lighter subjects or any tougher subjects according to my convenience. But when I'm studying with a group, that convenience is not provided over there. And other thing is, when you're studying in a group, each person will be having a different set of caliber and everybody's level will be different. So you have to match with all of their ability and you have to study in that group. That's why I choose studying alone. I personally prefer.
Okay. So I think right now I'm going to say right around 3. I'm going to say 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. I think that you have some minor problems with your tone, maybe pacing. You can probably organize ideas and develop them a little bit better than what you did, right? Okay, so I'm going to say 23 points out of 30 on this. Let's listen to it one more time.
Studying alone rather than studying in a group. I personally prefer studying alone
I would just say studying online is better than studying with a group.
rather than studying in a group. First thing, studying alone makes me really focused on subject and I can go through different subjects according to my convenience because one.
Now, I wouldn't say focused and convenient, right? These are kind of two different ideas here. You're not going to have enough time to develop both of them. So, what if you say, well, first of all, I like studying alone because I can concentrate better on my studies? Then you illustrate that. For example, I was preparing for a biology test about 2 semesters ago at the University of California, Riverside, and I was having trouble understanding the process of meiosis, a type of cell division, right? And then go on and explain that, right?
Time I like a max subject and next time if for a relaxation I can take a 10 minutes break and after that I can go to any lighter subjects or any tougher subjects I could.
Now you're getting a little bit difficult to understand there. So as you get faster, you're kind of going into the rhythm and the tonal patterns of your first language, but it's making it hard for me. I have to pay quite a bit of effort to understand what you're saying. So because it says here, it says it may require listener effort at times. The question is, yes, that is true, unfortunately, in your case. Now, I can understand most of what you're saying, but it does require effort to understand what you're saying.
To my convenience. But when I'm studying with a group, that convenience is not provided over there. And other thing is when you're studying in a.
Notice how you're talking about my convenience and then you go to you when you are blah, 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 right? So don't shift from either the first or the third person points of view to the second person point of view. That's probably not the best point of view for this type of speaking. So I would definitely not do that. So if you're not sure about that, go to Google. I have a good article I wrote a while back. It's called TOEFL Speaking and Writing Points of View. You can go through the lesson and even do some practice exercises.
Group, each person will be having a different set of caliber and everybody's
Each person, let me go back to how you phrase that.
convenience is not provided over there. And other thing is, when you're studying in a group, each person will be having a different set of caliber and everybody's level
Each person may be having something I couldn't quite
will be
understand.
different. So you have to match with all of their ability and you have to study in that group. That's why I choose studying alone.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit lower than 3. As I listen to it, I uncover more problems. So, what do you need to do to get better, right? I think for topic development, you need to kind of separate. Don't combine two reasons as if they're the same, right? So, if you say, well, focused and I can concentrate better and it's more convenient, and then talk about them as if they're one idea, I wouldn't do that. I would just say either you can focus better or it's more efficient for you, and then take time to develop either of those points with specific examples. So I think that would help you with your topic development. So just make sure you're unified, you know what you're trying to do, usually giving 1 or 2 reasons, and then specific examples for each reason is about all the time you're going to have for those 45 seconds. I think language use, especially with your point of view, you're not controlling that very well. Your vocabulary and your grammar are basic. You're using a lot of basic structures, basic words. So you need to advance in those areas. And delivery, I think you're having problems with your tone, you're having some problems with your pacing, and then you have problems with specific either consonants or vowel sounds. You got to work on your intelligibility also, so there's less effort in trying to understand what you're saying, and your score goes higher. All right, so those are my comments for you. Thank you for completing the practice test. If you have more questions, I do have some courses. I'm not sure which one will fit you, but if you come by my office, I do have office hours right now. If you go to either go to bettertoeflscores.com, right on the top you'll see a banner that lists my office hours right now, or right below my name you can also see my office hours currently. All right, so come by my office, we can talk. Now, if you do come by my office, here's how it works. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to say, okay, what's your current TOEFL score or practice score, including your overall score and your subtotal scores? My next question is, what are your target? What is your target overall score and your target subtotal scores? Right? So once you tell me that, I can probably recommend a plan and a course that will help you. You don't have to buy the course if you don't want, but I can at least make the recommendation, tell you what I can do to help you. Then you can make the decision on whether or not you want to move forward with my recommendations. All right? Anyway, thank you very much for completing this practice test.